Good morning, YouTube. So with today's video, let's dive in the brand of Bond number 9. So this video here is going to be for the Bond lovers. I'm not expecting any views, so that's okay. But if you are a Bond number 9 lover and you want a hidden gem, one that has just been forgotten, then please watch this video, because today we're going to be talking about Bond number 9, Lexington Avenue. And no, that's not going to be the Andy Warhol edition. This one actually came out in 2013 and is classed as a Woody Chypre. I'm not alone, however. I got a fellow Bond number 9 lover, Darian, the BowTie fragrance guy. So let's just kick it off. Darian, please, before I give you my thoughts, please give us yours.
What's good, YouTube? I'm Darian, the BowTie fragrance guy, man. I talk about fragrance and fashion on my channel. Chad, thank you so much for having me on your channel as well, man. So we can talk about a fragrance house that you and I, of course, both love, the house of Bond number 9. Anybody that's followed my channel for any amount of time knows that I love this house. You know, it's a house for me. I just like the way they do fragrances. There's a DNA that Bond number 9 has in their sense that it just works for me. It is what it is. I make no apologies about that. I love Bond number 9 fragrances. In my last fragrance haul, I had about 10 or 11 Bond number 9 fragrances that I added to the collection, but this was not one of them, and that is Lexington Avenue, and that's the fragrance that we're going to talk about today. Now, this particular scent for me, I want to tell you what I get from Lexington Avenue. It is definitely unisex, definitely 100% unisex. Although when it starts to dry down, I can see it start to lean a little bit more feminine than masculine. But I'm saying that, and also saying that, guys, you can still pull this off. If you're a guy like myself, if you dress up, I always say, guys, that's the perfect way to offset a fragrance. If you really like it and it leans a little bit feminine, wear a suit. I'm telling you, because women said this is the most masculine presentation that you can, you know, present yourself with when you wear a suit, a shirt, and a tie. Women say that a suit on a man is like lingerie on women in our eyes. So let that sink in. So if you want to wear a fragrance and you kind of like a fragrance that leans a little bit feminine, that's a small tip for me. Just throw on a suit, man. That puts it right back straight down the line to being 100% unisex fragrance. That's a tip that you won't find anywhere else other than from your boy, BowTie fragrance guy. All right, so back to the fragrance. When it opens up, man, I definitely get this citrus accord. Again, the citrus notes are not listed. Bergamot, maybe some type of, I'm not sure. I do get bergamot. It's a citrus accord in the opening of this. I won't try to decipher it, but definitely it's a citrusy opening. But there is a slight spicy sweetness that I get, and that's coming from the cardamom in this fragrance. I definitely picked that up. But more so than anything else, when this fragrance opens up, I'm getting this licorice kind of vibe. And when I really looked up the notes, there are two notes in here that kind of give a similar vibe to licorice. That's the fennel and it's the star anise. So I'm definitely picking up this kind of licoricey vibe. And most of the time when these notes are used in fragrances, it turns me off. I don't like eating licorice. I don't typically like to smell licorice. But the way that, you know, it's combined with the citruses, and especially that cypress in the opening of this fragrance, it keeps it kind of fresh. And that's the, you know, the use of the cypress here. It keeps this fragrance kind of fresh, almost this herbal greenness that comes in from the cypress. So it helps to keep this fragrance fresh, although you have that fennel and that star anise in the opening. Now the citruses quickly kind of dissipate and fade away. And then you start to pick up on what I would call these gourmand elements. And this is when I really start to enjoy this fragrance. You get that creme brulee and the almond. Very prominent in this fragrance to my nose. After about the first 5 to 10 minutes, you start to get that sweetness. But also, this is when it starts to go a little bit more on the feminine side, because you get a floral note that, again, is very feminine. Sometimes it's hard to make this note masculine or work for guys, but peony. It's not used a lot in men's fragrances, and you have peony in here. And the peony in this reminds me of the peony that I smell in Claude Dir, man. And I must say, as a guy, that I really like the way it's used in that, and I like the way that it's used in this. Although, again, that combined with that slight powderiness that you get from the aura starts to make this fragrance lean a little bit feminine with those sweeter notes like the creme brulee and the almond. Now, when it dries down, this fragrance continues to get more creamy. You got some sandalwood in here as well that really adds to that creaminess. in my experience, almond kind of gives this nutty creaminess to fragrances as well. So you get more of the gourmand sweetness, the creaminess, and the florals that come into play as it starts to dry down. But again, for a person like me, this fragrance really, really works. Now, having as many fragrances in my collection that I have from Bond Number 9, I don't know if I would add this one to the collection, but I definitely say that it smells good to me. It's not anything groundbreaking, it's not great, but it does smell good, you know, again, to me. And, you know, I'm a fan of the house, so I really, really enjoyed this one. Maybe someday down the line, maybe I may add it, but, you know, I have so many fragrances from Bond now that, you know, I'll just keep my little sample from Chad, and I'll rock this and see how, you know, if I continue to enjoy it like I did initially when I smelled this fragrance. As far as performance is concerned, I got 6.5 hours of complete longevity when I wore this. So not, again, earth-shattering performance, but acceptable. So overall, in my opinion, it's a decent fragrance. Not anything groundbreaking, but it is something that I would really, you know, if I got it, I think would get good use, because myself and the missus could wear this fragrance pretty much as far as seasons. We could get away, you could get away wearing this in the spring, the fall, and maybe early winter. I wouldn't wear this in the summer because it is a little sweet on that sweeter side. And I don't think it's really a performer where it will really stand up in the extreme colds of winter. But again, pretty versatile fragrance at the end of the day. Overall, pretty good. Chad, thank you for allowing me to be in this review with you and being on the channel. Now I'm going to toss it back to you, my friend.
Darian, thank you so very much for your time and for doing this very video. So we are like the very few in this online FragCon that really promotes Bond Number 9, and like we do it free of charge. We love the brand. The note breakdown for this one here: top notes are going to be fennel, star anise, cardamom, and citruses, with the meat being creme brulee, almond, peony, but also orris, and the base is going to be patchouli and sandalwood. So what do I get out of this one here? Now I've been wearing this one here, like pretty much I've been wearing this one on my arm for like the last 4 days, and I did give it one full wearing around my neck and chest, but this opens up with warm spices. So you're gonna get that star anise, and you're also gonna get that cardamom, but there is a little bit of woods in the opening as well. But quickly, and I mean quickly, like within like 2 minutes, that creme brulee does come in. And that creme brulee is quite creamy. It adds a lot of creaminess to the scent profile. But it also becomes a little bit nutty with the almond. There is some florals, not a whole lot now, but there's also that orris root, or that orris, to give it that powdery touch. And then the base is pretty much just like woods, sandalwood, along with like some more creme brulee and like that almond accord, or that nutty accord. This pretty much from top to bottom is sweet. It's floral, it's woody, it's very gourmandy. This is marketed as a unisex fragrance, but I do find that it does dive more so towards the ladies out there than for the men. I would say that maybe 60-40, 65-35. So definitely it is more feminine than it is masculine. I do find what adds that feminine touch is definitely the creme brulee. The creme brulee does add that sweet, playful, flirty vibe that makes it more of an everyday fun fragrance, more of an everyday casual scent, but business casual, something like this. So you have to have a bit of a sense of style in order to really pull it off. And trust me, I'm not really all that dressed up, and nor am I really looking all that fly, to be honest with you. But I do think that you can wear it on a night out, a fun night out. This is not a formal fragrance, and yes, I do think that you can wear it to work, but I would watch your applications, because this can actually be quite cloying. This actually can fill the room. With this sample here, with this decant, I got 10+ hours, and projection was more moderate. With a bottle itself, this will definitely fill the room. So I'd say 2 to 3 sprays at max, and you are good to go. This is a fall and winter fragrance, and how much are you gonna spend? Well, this one's a little bit harder to come by on the online discounter, so you will have to pay retail price. I gotta add this little clip to it because I ended up finding it. You're just gonna have to Google for it, because I found it on some of these online discounters that I've never even heard of. One was from Canada, another one was from the States. I think I found it for about 180 bucks Canadian for like a 1.7 or a 50 ml. So just shop around, just Google Bond number 9, Lexington Avenue, and you're gonna have your options for like pictures or images, videos, so on. You also have one that's shopping. So look on that part and you'll find it. So for a 50 ml, you're looking to spend about $250, and I believe that's USD. And for a 100 ml, you're looking to spend about $350 itself. You can get official Bond samples. This is not an official one. This is just a decant that I got from one of the decanting sites. However, you can get official Bond samples off eBay and also the store itself. In the end, I actually like this one quite a bit. When I first smelt it, I was like, no, this one is not for me. It really leans way more feminine than for the dudes out there. But I am comfortable in my skin. You know, I'm a big boy. I get it, you know. I just find that I like wearing some of these overly unisex fragrance, yet at the same time it's kind of strange because I don't really like wearing an official woman's perfume. So it doesn't really make any sense, I know, but what I like about this one is the creaminess from the creme brulee. But on top of that, the almond and the spices of anise and cardamom. Like without the spices, it would smell alright. But the cardamom itself and the anise add like something extra. Add something adds a little bit more flair to the fragrance. And I truly do like this one. And in some ways, this does remind me of the holiday season. Thanksgiving all the way to Christmas. I recently did a Christmas video and this should have made the list, but it didn't. This definitely can do wonders in the holiday season. That is our take, my take, but also Darian's take of Bond number 9, Lexington Avenue. This one definitely is a slept-on Bond fragrance, and I do encourage you guys to smell it for yourself if you are a Bond lover. If you are new to the community and you haven't checked out Darian's channel, please do so. His links will be down below. And because I did mention that this is a Christmas fragrance, then please check out the Christmas video that I did here and whatever video pops up on this side here as well. And because I'm a lover of this brand, any other reviews that I've done, those reviews will be down in the description box below. Guys, before I go, please make sure to give me one of these, as we really would appreciate it, and it does help with this channel. I thank you every time. Take care, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching, everyone.